Hello, my fellow leadership journeyers. I'm coming to you today live from beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana on this spring day. Very Kit Allowitz fashion here to have me up in a tree, as you can see here. So I may not have the beautiful mountains of Utah on my backdrop, but I do have my backyard here for you all to see as I've climbed up this tree. And why did I climb up this tree on this fine day, other than that it's a great day for climbing this tree? Well, to tell you that reason, I have to back up a little bit and tell the story of a recent conversation I had with the one and only Dr. Matt Chodkowski. I'm currently in the lead program, or rather the lead program coaching sessions that happen after you do the coursework. And so on one of my recent coaching calls, I was talking to Matt, and we were talking about corollaries and the importance of them. And Matt was kind of reviewing the definition with me. What is a corollary? It's essentially a truth or an insight that comes off of or is based on a principle. And so listening to that, dialoguing with Matt, I had kind of an insight, a corollary of my own in that moment about corollaries. And I said, Matt, as we're talking about this, you know, it seems to me that a corollary is kind of to a principle as the branches are to a tree. And we kind of talked about that metaphor, and he said, yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's a good way to think about it. So Matt even reminded me, he said, you know, the best corollaries are not the ones that you sit down and try to make happen on the spot, that you try to force them or manufacture them. They're the ones that naturally, organically grow out of a deep-rooted understanding of a principle. And the more the corollaries grow, the more the principle itself kind of grows within you, and you're able to internalize those corollaries. Is really the process of you owning and using that principle. So in light of that, here I am in a tree. So when you think of corollaries, this is kind of a corollary about corollary. Maybe this will help you when you think about the process of corollaries being really the learning process, and how something takes root and grows, and how the branches and the fruit that they bear are evidence and signs that growth is taking place. And so maybe when you think of corollaries, you can think of this tree and the branches growing off of it. So that's all I have for everybody. Thanks.